This the kingdom, get your hands up.
I'm a hard hitter, I'm a go-getter, I'm a hope dealer, truth teller, I'm a demon killer, I'm a grave digger. Got the sermon, you can't play with me, man, I got two antennas. Holy Spirit in every word, ones we know pretenders. I rise up and come alive, he the king, we the bride. Don't touch his kids, that's ill-advised, ill-advised, ill-advised. Yeah, you can kill my body, but my soul gon' survive. I pull up on these demons with my homies, we gon' slide. Told Rick, let's cast some demons out, he said I'm down to ride. Jesus said to follow me, then to your flesh you gotta die. But if you die in me, don't die on me, then I'ma give you life. And if you ride for me, I ride for you, no, I can't tell a lie. This a revolution, this a movement, this a vibe. This a kingdom party, y'all invited, come inside. Yeah, we want the smoke, we want the problems, we don't hide. Got power in my body, cause my king was crucified. We gon' rock the city, we gon' rock, we gon' rock, rock. We gon' rock the city, we gon' rock, we gon' rock, rock. We gon'
clip something on you, but it's going to plug into this. So that little box connects to both of these instead of like this one having one and then another one needing another one. These two connect to one while it records, so you don't have to edit anything later. And then that little skinny thing on top over here, that's recording everything. So what is up, everybody, on this wonderful Wednesday morning? What's up? Hand clapping in the studio.
Don't stop your money.
All right, it's gonna be a great morning here. It's gonna be a great morning with Good Morning HYA. If you're here joined with us, please leave a comment, leave a like, go ahead and subscribe. We can see everybody who's subscribed. We actually can't, but you know, just subscribe. It's gonna be great. Like I said, we're planning on doing more Good Morning HYAs. Funny enough, I was talking to Courtney about, you know, the Good Morning HYA or whatever, and she was like, "What if we do a Good Night HYA from like the comfort of our couch?" And I was like, "That's a great idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen." So, Courtney, if you're watching, yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be a great morning here on January the 10th day. Miranda, what day are we fasting? 9? Okay. So day 9 of prayer and fasting. We also want to give a hand clap. If you are here, put some hand clap emojis for Miranda in the studio. Despite my comment earlier this morning, it turns out she wasn't still asleep under the cover with a big tiger on it. If you're Mexican, you may have grown up with a tiger or maybe a deer or, you know, some kind of wild exotic animal for some reason. Not sure how that's related to our culture, but it is, apparently. And so a couple things before Mirari said she's the GOAT. Man, Miranda, you're getting a lot of hand claps in the chat here. Even Desiree's on. Des, what's up? Didn't know you wake up this early. But going on, just to also inform you, I know I posted this on my Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me at George Garcia TX on Instagram, and you'll see a lot of probably inappropriate videos and things that'll make you laugh, things you probably shouldn't play out loud, maybe wear your headphones for. But I posted that next week, Miranda, have you seen it? We're set to get 16-degree weather here in Houston. 16 degrees. So on Monday, it's going to be 29 degrees. And on Tuesday, it's going to be 16 degrees. And on Wednesday, it's going to be 25 degrees. Wow, 16 degrees. That's insane. What the heck? Oh, Miranda, I forgot to put a censor button on here.
Your money.
All right. So we just want to inform all our YA to, bundle up. If your hose bibs are exposed, please go ahead and unexpose them and just be prepared. It's going to be really fun next week. But anyways, moving on from that, let's jump right in. We like to keep these Good Morning HYA, just a little, you can call it your like a devotional. It's not really devotional, but last time, if you didn't watch last time, go watch last time. It was a good time. We went over Proverbs 5, which talked about sin and staying away from the path of sin. It talked about boobs. So if you want to go hear about that, you can go back and watch the last Good Morning HYA, and you'll hear all those good things that the Bible speaks about in detail. But today, we're going to be talking about Proverbs 11. Oh, sorry. Proverbs 10. I'm sorry. I promised I read 10. It's going to be a good morning. Proverbs 10. And so in Proverbs 10, this is actually one of my favorites. It's one of my most highlighted Proverbs. And so I'm excited for this morning. Also, if you didn't listen to our Monday podcast, I started reading this book. So I mentioned it last HYA Good Morning or Good Morning HYA. And I started reading this book. And I was like, you know what? I was kind of just deciding, am I going to do series on this book? Am I going to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not even done reading the book. And so I was like, I'm just going to read it and record it. So we started doing a read with me. It's basically, I read the book for the first time with you, and I will sometimes make notes. I'll sometimes share thoughts. But this is Wisdom for Winning by Mike Murdoch. And, okay, I knew someone was going to call out what I was wearing. Okay, I promise this may just be every jacket I own. I think I just woke up and put on everything I owned. It didn't matter if it matched or not. I feel like when my mom would dress me and just like throw jackets on, and you know how she's like ripping your arm out of your socket, trying to get your arm through the jacket. That's how I felt this morning. But yeah, I just put on everything I owned. Really, okay. Let me tell you the thought process behind this. I was trying to be dressy, so I wore this, but then I was like, I'm still cold. So and then I said, well, I'm gonna put this over, or here. Then I'm gonna put this over, and I was still cold because this isn't that warm. And I was like, I guess my head has to be warm, right? So this has a hoodie, and yeah. Anyways, listen. I will move up higher. That's how I feel about my my wardrobe currently. But moving on, I've done a read with me, and this is good. And so the last chapters I went over or read, and we're posting them one by one. But Maria Reese, what's up, Maria? Good morning. Chapter 4 is 10 ingredients for success. I guess I can just go to the table contents here. 10 ingredients for success. Number 5 was how to feel good about yourself. That was a pretty good chapter. And then number 6 was the grasshopper complex. Really good. And then the next chapter I'll be reading, recording, I guess I haven't posted it yet, is Born to Taste the Grapes. And number 8 is your goals and how to achieve them. These are short, like 10 minutes chapters. So when they come out, make sure to listen to them. It's going to be great. Well, moving on, let's jump into our Proverbs today. Who's having a great morning so far? I mean, this is really fun. I'm not sure if we've lost viewers, if we gained viewers, but share it on Instagram. What I like to do is I take a screenshot and post it straight on Instagram and tag Houston Young Adults, or tag me and I'll repost them later. And I'm not sure why I have so many feathers on me. This is just weird. Can y'all see that on camera? I think the down from my jackets are like pulling, and it's just coming off. But anyways, I do own a lint roller. All right, Proverbs chapter 10. It is titled "The Wise Sayings of Solomon." The Proverbs of Solomon, and remember, and I always go back and read this. Proverbs chapter 1. Why this is right? We're Houston young adults. Well, Proverbs chapter 1, it starts off literally the first couple verses of Proverbs. It says, "To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, and to the young man or woman, knowledge and discretion." To the young man, knowledge and discretion. So the book of Proverbs is a great book to read, especially if you are young, because it will protect you and preserve you. So in chapter 10, it says, a wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is grief to his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. Righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish. I'm going to read that again. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish, but he casts away the desire of the wicked. This is one of my favorite verses. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. If you're taking notes, write that down. He who has a slack hand becomes poor. He who has a slack hand becomes poor. Now, you may be like, okay, what's a slack hand, right? What's a slack hand? You can kind of, if you don't know what a slack hand is, you can kind of interpret that different ways. But the definition of a slack hand, I wrote it down here. It's a person who works carelessly, sloppily, and deceitfully. Ooh. So you can read that. A person who is careless, sloppy, and deceitful becomes poor. Write that down, write that down. Oh, Miranda, please remind me to put that sound bite on the stream deck. Okay. A person who works carelessly, sloppy, and deceitfully, rather than striving to do excellent work. The slack hand regularly says, that's good enough. Oh, that's deep. The slack hand regularly says, that's good enough. Yikes. Yikes. So he who says, it's good enough, will become poor. But the hand of the diligent makes rich. If you're a diligent person, here in the comments, throw me an emoji of your choice. It can be fire, it can be dinosaurs, it could be the middle finger. We're not judgmental about the emojis you use. Whichever one you want to use, you can use. But the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. What is summer? Summer is the time of harvest. He who gathers in summer is a wise son, and he who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Is a son who causes shame. He who sleeps in the time when the fire is hot, when it's time to receive, when it's time for you to work, when it's time for you to reap, and you don't do it, guess what? You're a son who causes shame. That's just another word for somebody who's lazy. Lazy. Not because the opportunity isn't there, but because they don't capitalize on the opportunity. Say, I have a part to play. I got to get to work. Blessings are on the head of the righteous. Verse 6, blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Verse 7, the memory of the righteous is blessed. Oh, Courtney, you're on.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Your money.
Courtney, good morning, sweetie. Good morning. It's not like I haven't already told you that today. Courtney said, OMG, I forgot. Ha ha. Well, I guess the 5-minute conversation we had this morning didn't matter about Good Morning HYA. I don't even have a sound for this.
Your money.
All right. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked, Stephanie Lovato, good morning. Oh, you're talking to Courtney. Never mind. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. Ooh, the name of the wicked will rot. So the memory of the righteous is blessed. What will be your memory? Isaiah Rocha is on. Wow. This soundbite is more fitting.
Your money.
All right. Good morning, Isaiah. Glad to have you on. So how are people going to remember you? Because if the Bible says the memory of the righteous is blessed, how will you be remembered? I remember in Bible college, they said they would tell us, always leave a place better than you found it. Always leave a place better than you found it. How do people talk about you when you leave a room? How do people talk about you when they get off a phone call with you? When they see your name on their phone, do they think, oh man, I love that person. This is about to be a great conversation. Or do they say, I think the new iOS feature lets you see what they say before I answer. So I'm just going to let them go to voicemail and see what they want. Because I really don't feel like talking to this person. I have done that by experience. So how will people talk about you? Are they excited when you're around? Do people like when you're around? Are you likable? Does your boss like you? Does your coworkers like you? Does your family like you? The memory of the righteous will be blessed. The wise in heart will receive commands, but a prating fool will fall. He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. Verse 10, he who walks with the eyes, he who winks the eye causes trouble, but a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sin. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. That's deep. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding. So to be wise, you must have understanding. And to have understanding, you must learn. And in order to learn, you must be teachable. That's one of the chapters, Mike Murdoch in this book, Wisdom for Winning, talks about that, which is you must be teachable. I'm teachable, say I'm teachable. Wise people store up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. People say, money doesn't matter. Well, apparently to Proverbs it does. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous leads to life. The labor of the righteous leads to life. And the wages of the wicked to sin. Verse 17, he who keeps instruction is in the way of life. No way, Marissa's on. Okay, I promise this soundbite just fits so many people today.
Your money. Don't stop believing.
Literally, one of my goals for 2024 was to have Marissa be on one of my live streams. If y'all don't know, me and Marissa actually used to have a YouTube channel together. Those videos are still on YouTube. but they're hidden. I had to hide them. They were like, it was like homeschool humor. If you had Vine or just like watching weird stuff, it was funny. But maybe we'll release them, or maybe Marissa will come do a podcast with me one of these days. Who knows? All right. Verse 17. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips. Ooh. Whoever has. Yeah, Mirari said bring them back. Ooh. Tempting. Am I getting a phone call? Okay. This is my friend Roque. He's obviously not watching my stream because he's calling me, but I will send this clip to him later. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips. So if you hide hatred, if you're holding a grudge against somebody, and let's say y'all made amends and you say, yeah, we're good, but you hold a grudge against them, then you have lying lips. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. Whoever spreads hatred, whoever talks bad about somebody behind their back, whoever spreads gossip is a fool. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. You know what that means? Where there's just a lot, where you just spurting stuff out of your mouth, there's more opportunity for sin. When you speak before you think, when words leave your mouth before they get processed, it opens up room for sin. In the multitude of words, it doesn't say bad words when you're angry or when you're upset. It doesn't say that. It says in the multitude of words. That's crazy. So it's not just when you're mad. It's not just when you're angry. When you're just spurting stuff out, sin is not lacking. But he who restrains his lips is wise. He who restrains his lips is wise. You know, people think that I just say whatever comes to mind. But I unfortunately, everything I say has been processed. There's a lot of things that I filter before it comes out. And, sometimes it hits. Sometimes I still miss. And it's like, I get rebuked. But it's okay. You take correction and you move on. And we'll talk about that here in chapter 10 as well. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, and the heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. This is one of Courtney's favorite scriptures. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. To do evil is like sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire, bless you. If y'all don't know, Miranda sneezes. I can hear Miranda sneezes from outside this building. The fear of the blessing of the Lord to do evil is a sport fool. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous have an everlasting foundation. An everlasting foundation. Verse 26, as vinegar to teeth and smoke to the eyes. Can you just picture that? Vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes? Sounds disgusting. So is the lazy man who sends him. Okay, imagine putting vinegar in your teeth and smoke in your eyes. Like that's just a terrible feeling. Well, guess what? So is the lazy man to those who send him. What does that mean? Lazy man what does that mean? It means to a boss, to an owner, to somebody. Let's say even if you're like a leader of a ministry, or you're a pastor, or you're at work and you're a manager, or just somebody, right, that sends somebody else. If that person is a lazy man, it's like pulling teeth. Have you ever heard like that saying? Like, it's like pulling teeth with that person. It's like, it's just painful to send somebody who is not going to do the job, or who's lazy, or who is purposely not doing the job right. So don't be that person. Be somebody when they send you, they're like, I know I have full faith in that person. That person's going to get it done. I remember when I used to work for a company, I would treat that company as if it was my own company. You would have thought that company's name had Garcia in it somewhere, because I treated that thing like it was my own. And with that, my boss loved me. So, and I gained favor. When you're liked, you gain favor. Remember that statistic I shared during the leadership series of Jesus? They did a study amongst companies, and they said a boss, a manager, an owner is more likely to promote someone who underperforms but is more enjoyable to be around than somebody who excels but is less enjoyable to be around. Think about that. Think about that. They're more willing to promote you if you're likable and can get the job done than if you can really get the job done and you're a pain to be around. There's people I know who are great at what they do. They are great at what they can do, but it's like, man, wouldn't you just love it if that person couldn't talk? It's like, that's like what you end up saying. It's like, okay, I know that I could get it done better with them, but then I have to deal with them. It's like, so I've turned out, oh, Josh is on.
Are you just sitting and looking like that?
Moving on, before I start dropping names. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright. You may be like, I feel weak. I don't feel like doing it. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but destruction will come to the worker of iniquity. Verse 30, the righteous will never be removed. Say, I'll never be removed. But the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked what is perverse. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked what is perverse. Be self-aware. Know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable. Good morning, HYA. If you enjoyed this time and sorry, I unplugged my sound. If you enjoyed this morning, go ahead and put some more emojis in the comments. Share, like this video. We want to continue to do this format, and something to look forward to. If it happens, we'll post the flyer today. But you may have Good Morning HYA with me and Courtney this Friday morning. If y'all want to see Courtney on Good Morning HYA, let me know. Go ahead and let us know if that's what you want. If you want it to be just me, I'm okay with that too. And if you want a special guest, who knows? We could have special guests. I heard Miranda was going to hop on one of these live streams. If y'all want to see Miranda on the live streams, let me know. Let me know if you want to see Miranda Perales here on one of the live streams. She's always on the back end, and people are always asking for her. So I figured we'll just get Miranda on one of these things. So look out Friday morning, and we'll see who's on. But that's basically it. Again, if you haven't listened to this Monday's podcast, I read through chapter 4 of this book, Wisdom for Winning. It's 10 ingredients for success. So go listen to that, and then we'll be posting chapters 5, 6, 7, and so forth through our Spotify. So make sure you're also subscribed to our Spotify. But I'll just read off some of the chapters we'll be reading. It's your goals and how to achieve them, 10 lies many people believe about money, the love factor in giving, how to achieve happiness on your job. So if you hate your job, go ahead and be looking out for that one. How to win over bitterness. Ooh. How to turn your mistakes into miracles. The secrets behind successful praying. Welcome to a winner's world. How to read and understand the Bible. So, Wisdom for Winning by Mike Murdoch. We'll be going over those and on Spotify, and maybe we'll repost them to YouTube. So if you have premium, you can just close it. If not, looks like you had to keep your phone open. Mirari said, can you send me the book info, please? I'll send you the Amazon link. Even though I didn't buy this off Amazon, I'm pretty sure I just went to Pastor Sandy's house one night, and I saw it on her table and just kind of took it. So if there's a chapter on stealing, I probably have to read that twice. But I'll give it back. It's okay. It's for a greater cause. But anyways, if you enjoyed this morning, I thank you. I want to thank you for joining us. And we hope to see you Friday on a Good Morning HYA. I love you, Miranda. Let's roll with the birthday video. Let's roll out with the birthday video, please. So I love you, and enjoy this video as you go on with your Wednesday morning hump day. Let it be your best day. See you later.
Your money.
What do you do if you have no friends? You live in a big, lonely city like Los Angeles, and it's your birthday. Well, you go to your local paint store, you find some new friends, pay them $100 each, and throw yourself a party.
Que hablen inglés.
Sí, que hablen inglés.
¿Hablas inglés también?
How many?
Uno más 4.
How much you pay?
1, 2, 4. Te falta a ti.
Memín, venite. Habla un inglés
Gracias.
a nivel universitario. Okay, guys. We're here.
Ay, a chambear.
Okay, guys. Today's my birthday. Today's my birthday, and I'm making this videotape for my parents because they don't think I have any friends. Alejandro, okay, can you work this camera? I'm gonna film it for Mama. First thing we gotta do, guys. First thing we gotta do is surpresa. I'm gonna come home from work. And you're gonna hide here.
Okay.
Okay? So you hide, squat down, yeah, like this. Can you hide under that table and put the pillow over your face? Okay? I can't see you. So when I come through the door, you guys say, Surpresa! Okay? This is serious?
Yes.
This is for my parents?
Yes.
Everybody's good?
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming home from work because I had a horrible day. I hate my life. I really hate telemarketing. You guys gotta give me these gifts, okay? So you're gonna give me these gifts. I'm sitting here, you guys come up, and you guys say, hey, this is from me and Marty. This is from me and Marty.
This is for me and Mary.
Really?
Yes, yeah. Deal.
Oh my God, this is enough to leave you guys home, guys. Wow. These are night vision goggles. So I can go spy on Gwyneth Paltrow at 2 a.m. Overcoming depression. Oh. Did you read it? Did it help you?